Please watch this video if you have not been feeling like yourself and just way off. I know most of my content talks about this, but there is a huge vibrational consciousness shift happening on the planet. If you don't consider yourself a conspiracy theorist, if you don't dig into rabbit holes and don't question anything, it's going to be very hard for you to understand why you feel this way. And it's not about the conspiracy theories, it's just about the fact that we've been lied to our entire lives. Our souls all agreed to reincarnating into this enslavement dimension where your consciousness would be sedated to its full capacity, where you would be taught to operate out of fear and separation and just pure ego, a dimension where you trust your mind instead of your heart, instead of your soul. Your intuition knows, it knows everything. This has to come to an end, and we're there right now. I've known about this for a really long time, but I didn't know it would feel this way. I have known for a very long time that the old system was going to be flipped, that we would welcome so much peace and so much love on the planet, but before that could happen, there would be a transitional phase to welcome that. And this is it. They have to reset the planet, you guys. They're going to shut down the planet, and I'm not saying this to scare you, because I know so many people have no idea about this type of stuff. I feel like using the term conspiracy theorist isn't even legit anymore because they're not theories. There are so many things that have been kept and hidden away. So many, it's just, I can't even, my brain is so tired of thinking about it. It's so much. But wouldn't it make sense that you reincarnated here because you are pure and unconditional love, and that you came here to bring love back on the planet? Because there have been beings who are literally beings of darkness, the dark side, whatever you want to call it, that they have been in power behind the scenes, and because human beings are so good, they don't ask questions, they let it be, they comply. Good stuff. Wouldn't it make sense that your powerful individual perception of infinite consciousness needed you to reincarnate at this time to get acquainted with this old mechanism of control and spiritual energetic enslavement, but that you were here to welcome the bridge on the other side? I don't know exactly what it's going to look like, but I know it's going to be so different. And it's starting now, because I do not feel the same. There is a huge energetic shift happening for the collective, meaning it's happening to you, it's happening to me, it's happening to everybody. Not everyone is aware of this, so they might not welcome it the same way. They might say they're depressed, they might say they're sick. But if we're shifting energetic dimensions, obviously your physical body's not going to be the same. Your physical body is trying to teach you to operate from your heart, from love, and no longer from the ego and your mind and fear and doubts and just no willingness to surrender. We have been so traumatized into this third dense dimension that we don't trust. We're control freaks, and it has to be revealed now that it's actually not how it works, that you're actually a very powerful spiritual being, that all of the technologies to heal all of these illnesses and sicknesses already exist, that if the educational system wasn't about indoctrination and ramming little kids' brain into following a written, created narrative, the world would be so different, because we are so peaceful and loving and kind. But when you shove us into physical circumstances that force us to become scared and force us to think that we're not connected to anyone else here, obviously it might be easier to keep the whole population on the vibration of hate and separation. And this has to come to an end. And that's what's happening. And I know it's hard to believe. Is she crazy? What is she talking about? How does she know? But don't you feel it? I know you fucking feel it. I wrote an ebook called How to Not Lose Your Shit After Unplugging from the Matrix. I highly suggest you give it a read if you've been feeling overwhelmed with everything that you know, or if you're curious, or whatever it is. But if you feel called to this, like it could bring you comfort, it's because I promise you it will. I wrote it because I realized that no one talks about being aware of these things, and how do I keep existing? And we're literally in times where it feels impossible to keep existing like we once did. I don't even feel like myself. I feel like I'm getting to know myself in such a different light. You're not alone in this. Please don't think you're alone. Like, I'm right there with you. I love you, and I am sending you such a big, warm hug right now.